GSOVibes is about constantly asking, how can Greensboro grow together as a community? Today, we explore the answer to that question at Scuppernong Books, downtown. This is GSOVibes. Before 2013, there were no independent bookstores in Greensboro. If you wanted to buy a book, you had to buy it through a corporation. We talked to one of the founders of Scuppernong Books downtown, Steve Mitchell. He enlightened us on how independent bookstores help build community.
In 2013, there wasn't an independent bookstore. You had to go to Durham or Raleigh. For people like Brian and I, that's just a real lack in a community. A community just isn't a community unless there's an independent bookstore.
You can tell that Steve really loves books. They're these amazing tools that lead to our education and enlightenment, and an independent bookstore allows our community to take part in curating these tools.
Independent bookstores have this connection to the community that maybe some other retail kinds of stores don't have, because they are responding to what's going on in the community. We have developed an audience of LGBTQ books and literature, and a good selection of African American history and commentary, and a number of books on policing and alternate forms of dealing with what the police deal with, partially because of things that have happened in Greensboro in the last couple of years. So, and then we have cookbooks, and we have romance, and we have science fiction, and
Scuppernong Books is also a space for people to come together and share ideas and experiences. For instance, in 2016, during a time of growing fear of the Islamic world in the media, they held a series of events called Ask a Muslim Anything.
But the other thing that I think has been important about Scuppernong over these years is that we've really wanted it to be a safe space for everyone, and a safe space where conversations could happen. The idea behind Ask a Muslim Anything was just to give people a chance to talk to Muslims in a safe setting and ask whatever questions they wanted to ask. And I think we did 5 or 6 of them, and one time there were 60 people here for that. And so that was another thing that was in response to what was going on. Not so much in that particular instance in the Greensboro community, but in the larger community.
During the age of Amazon and COVID-19, the Greensboro community continued to support Scuppernong Books. This is something to be proud of. It shows the creative energy of our city.
COVID has really made them understand how much they value local businesses, and that if they didn't want them to go away, they really had to support them. And people making that decision, coming to that realization and making that decision, has what has kept local businesses in Greensboro, all over the country, alive, because they consciously decided, I like this restaurant. I want this restaurant to be here. I like this bookstore. And that very much happened for us, because we effectively closed down to indoor traffic for about 3 months. But people just converted to ordering online or calling us on the phone and coming by to pick it up or having us ship it to them. Now, there are easier ways they could have done that. There are other places they could have gone. Other part of it is that books are amazing things, okay? Books are just amazing things. And books are people's lives and people's thoughts and people's feelings. And you have to respect and appreciate and just kind of revel in what that is and what that means. And so the more different kinds of books you have, the more books you have from different points of view and different perspectives and different parts of the world, that only increases and builds the conversation.
Let's keep the conversation going. You can find more downtown stories on social media at #MyDGSO. Special thanks to Downtown Greensboro Incorporated for sponsoring this episode. Support future projects like this by becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/GSOVibes.